these cookies on New Year's Rock Alternative 95, WERG, Payso, best ever, with Overtime in studio with Ricardo Powell.
Yes.
Putting everything together like that. I mean, something like Overtime, what is the construction of that song from like the kernel that it is birthed from to having the final product to play on the air tonight?
My process is this. I'll take at least almost up to a month before I write anything or do anything. What I do is accumulate life memories. And when I accumulate them all, I break them down into pieces and put them into records. So I'm not the type of artist that'll go and be like, all right, let me make a club song. I'll make a club song if I was at the club yesterday and the experience in the club, but it's not a club song. It's just Payso in the club song to people. So my music stimulates from experiences, and I put it down into a song format, and that's what I give to the people. I like to stay as accurate as possible.
To that point, where does the artistic idea come in then? Are you plucking ideas all the time? Is it the phrasing that you use?
I'll write in between on my phone while I'm selling music. I'll write verses and untitled records.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something like Eminem used to do. You know, like I'll write like an untitled verse that'll sit for like 2 weeks, and then a similar situation of how I feel will happen again, and then I'll add that to the song, and it just goes and goes as life goes on.
When you say something like Eminem used to do you find yourself finding techniques and ideas that other artists use and being like, yep, that's a good idea, or that you're doing these things and then it's like, I'm doing these things and now this is happening?
No, not at all. You know what I mean? Because Eminem slept in the trailer. I played the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he washed dishes. I sold music. So we're two different individuals. Same kind of ambitious story. You know, no job, no drugs, no government, just your pure talent to make it. But I can't be nobody else. Like when I was a young artist, I'm not gonna lie, when I was a young rapper, I wanted to be like Jay-Z, and I didn't find myself. You know, but when I started going through troubling times and everything to get where I need to be, and I got out of them, that's where I found myself. Because to me, life is a soundtrack. Music is a soundtrack to life.
For sure. And you just hit all these different spots that are just like, it's a truly like encyclopedia regurgitation of hip hop culture and understanding. Because the next song we're going to play, Bruce Lee, taps into not only Bruce Lee himself in the Kung Fu movies, but just that thought and understanding of who a man is.
Well, as far as Bruce Lee, when I was younger, you know, me and a lot of my friends, we were deeply inspired by his philosophy and his way of living and his way of life. And I've always been a big fan of martial arts, you know, used to train and fight and everything. It was the competitive spirit behind it. And, you know, his philosophies and things like that, like, as he'll say, like, be one with water. I did that with my music. You know, I do hip hop, I do rock, I do different styles, but it's all Payso. I just fit in any container. So Bruce Lee was kind of inspired from all those thoughts growing up, and that's how that song came about.
Let's dig it. Miss Payso, Bruce Lee.
Let's go.